Yo, what's going on, everybody? You know this is me, Trayvon Jones, Conscious Talk Channel, where I like to talk to you, my people. Thank you for coming in and joining me. I want to talk about Steve Harvey and Rickey Smiley. Hmm. Now we've known for a long time that Steve Harvey has been a coon and a sellout, and he has told us, even in a joking manner, that he is a sellout. He will always be a sellout for the money. And this is what he has always done. You know, there are rumors of him just being downright disrespectful to, his colleagues and, being spiteful and jealous and hateful and not wanting them to get the recognition and wanting him to always be in the spotlight and the front. He was always the one that wanted to be the big man. But with that being said, we always knew that Steve Harvey was a sellout. When he had his show, the Steve Harvey show, and he had Monique on the show, in my opinion, he was very disrespectful to Monique. And he basically said, look, fuck integrity. You got to get the money. You got to get the bag. And Monique was like, well, what about integrity? What about standing up for yourself? What about standing for something? And he said, damn all of that. It's all about the money. And that's really what it's all about. You know, but when we get into the heart of where all of this is coming from, because again, he's always told us that he was a sellout, but we have this whole Kamala Harris situation and how there was a time when you go back in history and you can all go online on YouTube and see how he was cool with Trump. Trump actually helped him to develop a program for young boys because, Steve Harvey was invested in trying to, help young boys and, get a program together. And Trump helped him to do that. That's crazy to me. You went from being cool with Trump to all of a sudden just being his enemy. This is how you know that Steve Harvey is being paid. He is getting tangibles, and he knows that he will lose a whole lot if this Democratic Party doesn't come into play because he gets paid off of it. Even if he wasn't paid directly, indirectly, he's benefiting from this Democratic Party by keeping us down and keeping, people like him in power and in authority. But he just flat out told it all. Look, I'm not going to ask Kamala Harris any hard questions. I want her to win. I'm going to have her on my show as many times as I need to make sure that she wins. And he also made it very clear that people like me, we have talk shows, we have radio shows. In other words, we're able to influence millions of people every single day. Monday through Friday, we're able to influence people. Rickey Smiley, same thing. He's able to influence people on his radio show all day, every day. And these are people who are strategically call themselves trying to vote for Kamala Harris and trying to get the black community to vote for Kamala Harris. Y'all, let me explain something to you. We can be free whenever we really want to be free. Do you know every time we vote, every time we agree to all these foreigners coming into our land and, us being mistreated the way that we're constantly being mistreated by these groups of people and how they're taking things that belong to us, they're taking our wealth, the things that belong to us, and they are taking them for themselves and enjoying them. Whenever we agree, whenever we vote for these people, to be in power, we are giving our rights away. We are sovereign beings and we don't even know it, y'all. We are waking up and we realizing it, but we can take our power back whenever we want. We can take our land back, our culture, without even fighting. We just got to just get in line and bunk this system of telling you to abort your children and kill your babies and all that kind of stuff, because you have gatekeepers. You have people who look like us but are invested in keeping us down so that they can continue to get a paycheck, so that they can continue to be at top. Because see, people like Steve Harvey and Rickey Smiley, they're getting their reparations. They're millionaires. They're getting their money. They are living their dream. They have the quote unquote American dream. They are living their lives. But see, the thing about it is they have to make sure that they keep their people down. Because isn't it amazing how these motherfuckers is just getting on national, getting all upset, talking bad about the black people, the black community. Look at Rickey Smiley's bitch ass. Sent him there going off about the black community. Talking about, I'm sick and tired of the black community because we can't even on a bucket of chicken. We can't even agree. All this bullshit, this whack ass bullshit. He's upset because we don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, and because some of us have platforms, that are bigger than others, and you have some people who have huge platforms that are telling people to don't vote for Kamala Harris, because how is it that you're going to vote for somebody who was just planted in? Nobody actually voted for her to be in. She was just planted right on in. But this has always been what she has always done. Backpedaling her way in. And what do as black people? A lot of us are waking up and having a mind of our own and saying, no, we're not going to be told how to think, how to feel, what to think, what to say. We're going to have minds of our own. And this is a problem for some of these black people, some of these so-called entertainers and people who have a platform to be able to, get to millions of people. Steve Harvey flat out told you that I'm using my platform to build up Kamala Harris. Flat out. Now, me personally, I don't listen to Steve Harvey. I'm not really with him. I don't listen to, you know, uh, uh, you know, any of them. I just don't listen to him. I stay away from him. I don't listen to Rickey Smiley. You know, I'm noticing that Taraji P. Henson is going through some things right now, and a lot of her fans, when you go on TikTok and some of these other platforms, seem to be worried about her because she's selling her homes, and and that just recently she was complaining about not being paid correctly. The same thing Monique was complaining about for a very long time, and being blackballed. And so a lot of people are kind of thinking that maybe Taraji P. Henson is being blackballed, but ain't no love. You know what I mean? Because this woman is blatantly rocking for the Democratic Party. And I can't support nobody trying to rock for the Democratic Party. It's just time for black people to start waking up and realize the Democratic Party is not for you at all. The Democratic Party is not for black folks. They do not have our best interests at heart. And Kamala already told you she ain't gonna do nothing specifically for black people. But you got Steve Harvey over here talking about stop talking about them doing something specifically for black people. No, we don't want to stop talking about it. We want to keep talking about it because this is something that is important to us. So yeah, we want to keep talking about it. Yeah, we want reparations. We definitely want our reparations. We want to be able to be sovereign beings so we can just move ourselves right on along. Those who want to stay, let them stay. Spend their money back into the economy. But those of us who want to get the fuck on and leave, let us leave. But yes, we want our reparations. But you got coon ass motherfuckers like Steve Harvey and Rickey Smiley over here still repping and racking for the Democratic Party and trying to vote in a woman who is of Indian heritage and Irish heritage. Calling her a black woman, y'all. I mean, they just keep insulting us on so many levels. It's just sad and pathetic. But just like Rickey Smiley said that we should all be blocked, that they need to block each and every person that's going against Kamala Harris and saying all these negative things about her. See, we got to start blocking motherfuckers like him. We got to start blocking people like them, and we got to stop listening to them and stop paying attention to them and spending our money with them and stop giving them our attention. Like, why would I be listening to their radio show? Nah, I'm good. You know, there was a time that I was still trying to rock and rep and listen to Steve Harvey's radio show not too long ago. But now, and even though I knew he was a coon, I was still trying to, hear some of the shit that he was trying to say. But I just can't do it anymore. I just can't do it. I can't listen to Rickey Smiley. I'm good. I don't want to hear nothing, neither one of them coon ass niggas got to say, because it's so sad and it's pathetic. How we can just sell our own people out just so that we as an individual can get a check. Never mind what you're doing to our people as a whole, but just so that you as an individual can get a check, you are willing to sell your people out. That's sad and that's pathetic. When if we work as a team and just do the shit right the way we're supposed to, we can get out of all of this poverty that a lot of our veterans that have fought in wars, a lot of our black veterans that have fought in wars, they're homeless and having to go through all of this while these Venezuelans getting all this money and free housing. Our black brothers and sisters that fought in the war are homeless on the street. That's insane, y'all. But we have the power to change all of this, so-called black people. We have the power to change it. The power is in our hands.